Hello, hello there. Number 42 here in the Central Buckeye State. Zeke the Freak, also known as Adam Taylor. Good to be with you for this special YouTube feature. Revisiting tonight a classic relic from the CB radio era. How about this space-aged monster right here? It is none other than the Midland Model 1388423 channel CB telephone. It's not actually a telephone, but it's made to look like a telephone. CB radio was in full swing in 1976. Midland wanted to be the trailblazer. Midland released this model. This has a date stamp of August 1976. And the idea of having a telephone in your car was something reserved for only the ultra-rich. While CB was super trendy at the time, CB didn't make much of a money statement per se. So what did Midland do? They decided to combine the two. So Midland released a line of white-faced radios with telephones. I'm a white-faced Midland collector, and this is my first telephone model to add to the collection. So let's run down what we have here. 13884. If you know anything about Midland CBs, the number 13 is designated for models that were made that were 23 channel. After 1977, with the approval of the additional 17 channels, when they became 40 channel radios, Midland swapped out the tuners, gave them 40 channels, and then they changed the first two digits of the model number to either 77 or some of them read 76. For example, I have several 13858 23 channel bases, and I also have several 77858 white-faced bases that are 40 channel, cosmetically identical except for the channels. So let's run down what we kind of had to do to this to get it back rolling again. This had a real screwball of a power jack, and I saved it. Let me pull it out of my junk drawer here and give you a look at what I took out of this in terms of a power jack. Simply to make this work, I had to do some minor surgery because this was the power jack that came out of the back of it. It resembles a 5-pin DIN microphone jack in a way, but has only 3 pins. Don't know where the hell you would find one of these, and wasn't about to look because it simply wasn't worth it. So I opened the radio up, desoldered the red and black wire off of that, reran some 12-gauge wire for a power and a ground, went to the hardware store, G.R. Smith here in Mount Vernon, and got myself a rubber grommet that fit right in the hole, and it looks like it's been there all along. So let's run it down here. Alright, we have our 23 channel dial, and these are Cobra style knobs that cover the potentiometers on this. As you can see, they are cosmetically identical to those on Cobra radios, which probably has a lot to do with the fact that Uniden was a parent company of Midland and also a parent company of Cobra. But what is interesting to me is the array of features on this. So if I can get over here and not obstruct my light source, let's take a look here. You have... Ooh, and she's receiving. Anyway, we'll turn that down for a second. Yes, she does work. SWR calibration and your RF meter. And I checked, surprisingly, this thing is very accurate on the SWR. I checked it against my external meter, and it is actually accurate. While Cobra and even Galaxy can't seem to get their shit together with meters that don't die, that you don't have to replace, all of the old Midlands I've come across still have good meters, as well as Sears Road Talker. I've had several of those, and the meters remain accurate. So you have your external speaker, PA. This, you can switch it to either the handset as the speaker or this as the speaker. You have a tone control and an automatic noise limiter. Now the wild thing about this is a telephone receiver with a push-to-talk function. Also interesting to me is their choice of microphone jacks. So here we have the Uniden Cobra SBE style sidebander type 5-pin, the SSB 5-pin, which I thought was a little unusual that they didn't pin out in 4 like most Midlands are 4-pin. So, and I don't know if it's wired the same as the classic Uniden Cobra President 5-pin SSB. But as you can see here, it turns on. Let's roll back the squelch here so we have good receive. It's late here. I don't know if anybody's on channel 19. Let's attempt to give a holler here. Breaker 19 for a radio check. Breaker 19 for a radio check. Anybody have their radio on?
It's working.
10-4 driver, I presume. How well am I hitting you over that way there? I'm guessing he just doesn't want to talk. That's alright too. Anyhow, we know she's working. RF gain's good, all the functions are good. Some of these switches do need cleaned. But yeah, bringing back to life the Midland 13884, and we will at some point feature some of my other white-faced Midland gear coming up in the future. So, hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. I'm Adam Taylor, number 42, here in the Central Buckeye State, and we'll catch you on the other side. 73s.